Oh my gosh, there they are. So we're driving along the highway, along the coastal highway. Here's the coast. And we're going whale watching.
We are going whale watching in Hawaii during peak season, you guys. Inner knowledge, peak season is February 15th to March 15th.
Yeah.
The Marino. But we're going with a company called Sail Trilogy. When we used to live here on this island, we would always go with them. They're sustainable. They have a lot of reuse items. But then when the Lahaina wildfires happened as well, Sail Trilogy really showed up for the community, and now I will never. I will tell everybody and their mother, if you're going to support a business here with whale watching, do Sail Trilogy. Community-based, they show up when they need to, and they're sustainable.
So yeah, we're about to do a, sunset, midday, afternoon whale watch, and I can't wait. So we're driving along the highway, and we already saw
like 15?
Yeah, 15, already a baby breach. A ton of blows. There's a blow right there.
They're so active, you guys. I feel like there's gonna be great activity. If you love humpback whales, this vlog is gonna be for you.
We can't wait to take you with us.
There's gonna be babies, there's gonna be moms, there's gonna be escorts, and I can't wait to show you. Oh, and something that I love about Sail Trilogy is they'll drop like a hydrophone in the water and you'll be able to hear the humpback whale songs that they do on the breeding ground. They're so hauntingly gorgeous, beautiful, and
little singers.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get that for you too. Okay, let's do it.
We're also late, so see you in the water. We made it.
We are in the harbor waiting to board, and there's 5 whales outside the harbor. Peak season. Last people to board. Amazing.
That might have been my best whale watch ever.
Really?
I think so.
Wow, well, it was super unique. Like,
we had so many cool things happen, as you saw.
And I think it's because we're in peak season, but I definitely saw something I had never seen before, which was a competition group of males, like, fighting.
Sumo wrestling.
They were fighting. And at one point, the captain and naturalist, she was so knowledgeable. She was like, there are 8 whales here.
Yeah, it's like crazy how they can tell. Because they just look like, it's like one pops up, another pops up, another pops up, and you're like, is that the same one? And she's like, no, there's 8.
But I noticed with like the aggressive behavior, like their heads are coming out of the water. Like it's very rare that you're seeing like the face, yeah, just like that. You're seeing like the hump, you're seeing the dorsal fin, you're seeing the fluke, you're maybe seeing pecs, but okay, what behaviors did we see?
We saw breaches.
Baby breaches. And
breaches as well.
Mama breaches, and we think escort breaches.
The sumo wrestling competition group.
The competition group, aggressive surface active behavior.
Is that considered a heat run?
Okay, I was gonna ask her and I should have, but I was like, it felt like a heat run. No, okay, no. I don't know for sure.
I think it was more of a competition group like fighting versus like a heat run as in like
They're chasing.
Yeah, it's
They're
more of
moving
like a-
really quickly.
it's like more of like a keep up, catch me if you can type thing is my understanding.
So we saw the surface active, aggressive males, and it was so crazy in the middle of one, which was super, like things were going on. This way larger male came in hot, like super fast, and she was like, oh, it's gonna get more intense because he's bigger and older. And so,
He was fresh. He wasn't fighting for a bit.
yeah, and he was fresh energy, so
Tag me in.
that was insane. Tag me in. And then there was a peck slaps.
Bunch of peck slaps.
No fluke slaps, but a lot of flukes. We didn't get any photos of flukes, right?
No, I got some videos, so check those out. And
Anyway.
then we saw this one, I think it was a mama, it was like peck slapping, but it was going like two at
It was
a
like
time.
rolling.
It was like rolling, it was so cool.
Yeah, great demo, great demo.
Thank you. Thank you.
So basically, if you're ever on Maui during whale watching season, you should definitely go out with Sail Trilogy.
Mhm.
Not an ad, just a fan, and the crew was awesome. We did the hydrophone too, so we got to hear singing, and I definitely learned some. I learned some stuff.
I know, I love when we learn on these whale
I
watches
love
because we know
learning.
so much because we're nerds and that's how we are.
We are whale fans.
And it's like a lot of the times you get told like the same handful of facts and you're like, oh cool, but this time I was like, oh, that's kind of new.
Yeah, and a lot of them I had learned like when I was doing active whale conservation and research, but I hadn't remembered them, like the ear deposits for aging, and like, I don't know, it was just awesome. So it's right behind us. We're actually in the harbor, and
You can probably see a whale right here, which is wild.
And the reason why, you know, you can have a whale watch and just like be in this harbor because it's so shallow and protective, and that's where the mom and the babies are. We saw like literally a brand new calf. She was like, this
Yeah.
has got to be under a month old. 2024 baby. So, what a beautiful day.
Thanks for coming with us.
See you next time.
So we have a little update from our last whale watch. So the day after we went on this whale watch, we saw on the news that there was actually an injured baby whale, baby calf, that was right outside the harbor mouth, right where we were just filming. And so we were talking about, oh, you can see the whale and it's the calf and its mom from the harbor. We actually learned that this animal was struck by a boat, which is incredibly sad. There's potential that it could have had a spine injury. And so it's so important to make sure if you're on a whale watch or if you are a boat captain or operating a boat, to keep your distance from wildlife. In Hawaii, the guidelines are at least 100 yards away. Another thing is when boating around whales, you want to keep your speed pretty low. If you're going fast, sometimes you can't see them. Sometimes they'll come up for air and you won't know that they're there. And just hitting a whale is obviously not what we're trying to do. And lastly, it's super important to report injured wildlife. So one of the boat captains reported this to NOAA and their stranding program. So they were actually able to go out, get some drone footage and assess the situation before making a final call. It's likely that this whale didn't make the migration back to Alaska or Japan or wherever it went after Hawaii, but we also have to make sure that they're going to be able to sustain generations. So thanks for coming along with us. I just wanted to update you on what happened to this whale and the things that we can do to prevent some of these things. See you next time.